everyone, and welcome to part 2 of the Transformers Power Core Combiners line, and joining me in this review is my dad here.
Hey y'all. Howdy howdy. It's us again.
And this is the Power Core Combiner figure that has a robot mode, not the ones which are the drones, just the ones that which are the leaders of the drones from the Power Core Combiners line. And also the leader of the Power Core Combiners line is the only ones that transforms into the torso, and the drones connect on these blue pegs here. But that's only from the box sets that comes with the drones. But there is other ones which are just repaints of already existing figures. But the difference is with them is that they come with a little mini con. And to show you, for example, I know that this is not this guy's mini-con, but this is an example here. And I forgot what his name is. But this guy was from the Generations line. And he's a repaint of Reverb from Transformers Cybertron or Galaxy Force if you live in Japan. But to show you a little scale here to see how they look together.
So with that said, we're going to turn around and we got more to show y'all on the other side. So we'll see y'all here in a minute.
Stay tuned. And here we are at the review area, and here these guys are.
And I would like to say that we got a little bit mixed up there. The last one was the part 1. This is part 2. That's my bad. So we got a little mixed up there, but it's alright. This is part 2 of the Power Core Combiners. And this right here is kind of like the Combat Squad. And the unique thing about this is there's only one guy, one robot that transforms to make the torso, the vehicle, and the robot. And that was like that for all these core combiners. So I know that there's been a lot of mixed reviews on them. Some people like them, some people hate them. They think that it was it was something they tried. It's your own flavor. If you like it, you like it. If you don't, hey, I understand. You know, it's just something that they put out there and it kind of worked, maybe.
I of course, am not a fan of this line. The only ones that I like from the Power Core Combiners line is these basic figures here that has the robot mode, the vehicle mode, and that's it. But the torso mode, no. Just no.
So this was something different that was not done before. So I give them kudos for trying. It just now maybe if later on down the road they make a bigger robot with it has potential, but it's just and the potential wasn't up to the expectations. I feel like that it could have been. It's kind of like they just threw something together. Later on down the road, they may perfect this and go again at it with better articulation and better movement.
Actually, third-party company, which is Make Toys, did put out some better arms and legs to make it a whole lot better than what we got here.
Okay, I didn't know that. Okay. So, what we have is the main person.
And as you can see, we have three of these.
Yes, we have multiple people of this guy because he's an Autobot.
And that guy right there who forms the torso, and also if I bring the camera up and zoom in, you could see that they're both the same here.
They're both the same. This guy is an Autobot. This guy is a Decepticon. But it's the same exact mold and robot. They just got a different color paint scheme and visors for the Decepticon. The one that's in green, that's all put together, he has a red visor. The one right beside it, down below, is an Autobot, and he has a blue visor. Nothing's changed. They're all basically the same. He transforms the same. So, with that said,
and before we move on to something else, the way you would attach these drones is on these squares here, which will push on this little button here, and that will transform the drones into the limbs. Just like that.
So now that creates a foot. Now each limb.
And some of them work and some of them don't.
Right.
But this one here does work. And sometimes it is really hard to get some of these to stay. Like you saw right there.
He's going to do a front flop. No, he's standing. I don't know. The way that the designs are on them and stuff like that, as far as the feet, it's a hit and miss. Sometimes you have to stabilize on them, and sometimes they'll stand on their own. Let's see here. What else do we have here? Like this guy right here. He's a drone. Okay, he forms an arm. Now the drone looks really good in vehicle mode. All these vehicles look pretty good. It's the transformation where they start to just lose the appearance of even an arm or leg, because the way that they shift is clanky. Yeah, that's the word I'm looking for.
And to show you this guy's arm mode, there it is. There's your arm mode.
There's your...
And yeah.
Right there, the square, that's where you would plug it in at.
At these blue
little ports. And this down here is supposed to represent the hand.
And yeah, as you could tell here, this is not the greatest combined mode arm. I've seen better ones, but this is like definitely the worst one. Even on the helicopter drone here, if I transform it to its leg mode, because this does form as the leg, you could see how it looks. And this kinda does look a little better, but I wish there was like a foot here that you would flip up. Like, I wish that the cockpit here of the helicopter would just flip up to make as a foot, but instead it's just stuck in that position.
So basically he's standing on his tippy toes. It's just, it's not a good design. It's not, they could have done better. And I think that some of this was rushed before I thought was actually made through. Now, like I said, the vehicle modes look pretty good. But watch what I have to do in order to make this an arm. I literally have to take the wings and bend it down. And now that's an arm. And this is where it would plug in at, on that square.
And I forgot to show y'all on the helicopter drone, this little port here is where you would insert those little blue pegs right there.
And there is the same, this is...
And this camera is about to go off.
Hey, we're back.
my camera was like about to be dead.
Yeah, we started rolling and forgot to check the camera. So, you know, hey, you know, there's other people who have it together. We have it together, but you know, things do happen from time to time, so sorry about that. We just got to check the camera next time before we just jump the gun and start rolling. But jumping the gun, that's normally my speed, just go crazy everywhere. So anyway, hey, we're back, and we're going to continue the part two of the core combiners.
Power core combiner transformer.
Here we go.
And we left off
Yes, showing the arm.
showing the arm here.
That is the arm, and there's no articulation at all, unless you want to count the arm movement up here where it plugs into the square.
Because that's the only articulation you're gonna get is from... I'll go ahead and take this here.
Okay.
The only articulation you're gonna get for the combined mode limbs is the rotation on these blue pegs.
And that's pretty much it. But like I said, now if you look at them, the vehicle drones do look good. They do look good. Like this one here has a turret that can swivel, but the gun can't go up and down. It can
do a full 360 degree rotation, and and the guns don't move up and down.
Like the helicopter here. Okay, let's take this one.
The rotors do spin.
The rotors can spin, that's it. That's it. That is it. That is all you're going to get out of him. This guy, he can't do nothing. He can just stay there. You can just stay there.
He's talking about this guy.
Yeah.
And there's the other two. And the same for the missile launcher tank drone. He just doesn't do anything. Not even the missiles fire.
Right. With these core combiners, with the drones out the way, the only one who has any real type of articulation is the middle guy.
Which is that guy.
Right. Which is that guy. This has a lot of articulation as far as the turret can spin and the guns can go up and down, and they're individually can move, and you have some articulation there that you can raise it up or you can raise it down. So basically the main body of the core combiner is where you will get the most articulation in some of these, not all of them.
And this is his vehicle mode, which is that guy right there.
Yep. Which is that guy. So we're going to move a bunch of this stuff out the way. Colton's going to show you exactly how to transform this main guy to go into this mode right here, and also vehicle mode. Because this guy is the same as what this guy is. He transforms just the same, and that guy. It transforms all the same because it's the same mold, just different colors.
before I show you the transformation of the vehicle mode and the combined mode, for articulation, head can swivel only from, well, it can do a full 360 degrees, but this part on the back hinders it. Ball joint at the shoulders, ball jointed elbows, and this flap piece can move up, so that way you can move his legs. But they only move up, well, yeah, they can move all the way up. And they can only move back about that far, because this does hinder it. Move in and out, thigh swivel, knee, and he does have a waist swivel, but of course it does get hindered by the backpack here. And that's it. Now to transform him, you're going to take his arms, bring them up, and rotate his elbows and bend them in so they look like this. And these are going to tap together so they look like this. Oh, and he does have the Autobot symbol here. Now you're going to rotate the turret all the way around. And now you're going to flip back up this flap piece so you can rotate his waist around. Well, you do need to get the guns out of the way first. And flip this down. Tap the legs together. Flip up his feet. Bring the guns down. Then you're going to flip these in, and these will tab in.
I don't know what they tab in. I couldn't find a tab.
Oh.
Yeah, that's the problem I was having with the other one.
They do tap in. I'm assuming this is the tab that goes into, I think, this hole here. But they do tap in somewhere. Oh, yes they do.
Okay.
These tabs do tab into these holes here.
Okay. Alright, the other one was being stubborn. Okay.
And there's the vehicle mode here, which we've already shown y'all.
Right.
So now let's get it in combined mode. So to get it in combined mode, untap these, flip these out, and rotate the turret all the way. Well, don't rotate it all the way around. Separate the back piece again and rotate these up, and these tabs will go into these holes here.
They should snap in place, and you'll see why, because that's part of the structure to make it more solid.
And take the combine mode head here, flip it up, and rotate it around. Then you're going to take the combine mode chest here and his arms here and bring it all the way up so it looks like that. And for the legs, you're going to separate this in half and take these combiner pegs and flip them down and straighten them out. And rotate them around so they look like this, and bring these up until they tap in, and then bring them down so they look like this. Then you do the same thing on the other side. And flip this down. And then you just take the guns and bring them up, either on this joint or you can move the barrels up like this. I like to have them like this. And there's the combine mode all done.
Yep. That is him. And I tell you what we're going to do. We're going to plug it in right quick. We're going to plug in a couple of them just so y'all see. If this is a leg right here, this is a leg. Let's see here.
For the helicopter drone, you do need to take this back fin and flip it all the way down so that way you can attach it to one of his legs here.
Like so.
And flip back the guns to make as like a heel spur.
Yep. And this right here, we'll use him for the other foot. Now, y'all, we're just putting these drones together. This isn't exactly how he's supposed to match up, but the good thing about these drones is you can do this.
Because you can mix and match.
Yes. It's kind of like a scramble city almost. And that's what we have so far. So one of these, it don't matter. They should all three be arms.
All three of these here, which we have, do turn into the combined mode arms.
Yes. So we're just putting this guy together.
I'm going to go ahead and use the missile launcher drone and the jet here. And but before you can get the missile launcher drone ready, you do need to come to the bottom and untap the combined mode hand until it hangs loose, and then attach it to him.
Here we go.
And there's the combined mode here.
Yes, there's the combine mode. This guy is originally stamped as a Autobot, but we got some Decepticon drones on him, so that's okay. That's alright. This guy right here is a little bit different. He has some different drones on him as far as the feet. Now it's important to know whatever drones that you put on them will depend on how they stand, because all drones are not the same. The way that they transform out, they transform different, so you have to keep that in mind. So this guy is actually a Decepticon. This is all Decepticons right here. This guy right here, he's an Autobot, but he's got Decepticon legs on him, limbs. As far as the sculpt, the head sculpt, they did a good job. This one takes more of a machine look. You know, it's you got the plate, you got the visor.
And it does kind of look like a Bruticus.
Yes, and you go over here to this one. Now this one here's got a camouflage type head sculpt painted, but it's the same head sculpt. They're both the same. They're just colored different.
Yes.
So, with that said, we're going to take this guy out the way. Now, we're going to pull him over some, and we're going to do a little size comparison here with the big guy right here. This is
Generation 2.
right, Generation 2.
Which is a repaint of the G1 Bruticus.
Right.
And this combined mode looks million times better than whatever that is.
Right. If you go for the blocky look, you know, this is G2 Bruticus, and this is the core combiner. So, yeah, you can see like the guns. They have both the same. Whoops, that one then fell back. Get up there. They have both guns on the back. Okay, they have basically the Jeep. This right here is supposed to represent like a Hummer. Well, then you have a Jeep right here. This right here is like a tank with wheels. Well, then you have a tank right here. The only one is that they also went with another tank up there. But then you have the air assault airplane, and then you have air assaults up here. And then for the core is a missile artillery system that is maneuverable, just like Onslaught is right here. And all of them combined to make one machine, one robot, which is known as Bruticus. And y'all help me out, because I don't know if this guy has a name. I really don't know.
I don't think the combined modes of the Power Core combiners from the 5-pack don't have names.
So let's see if I can get a side-by-side kind of deal here. Let's see if we can get them a little bit. There we go. Yeah, now that looks pretty good. That Bruticus is bigger and even beefier and taller than the Power Core combiner. To give y'all some little bit of scale one more time, I have a little Minicon right here. This is, and I just dropped them. Yep, I just dropped them. Anyway, okay. That's what it looks like with the little Minicon.
I know that this one's not part of the Power Core combiners line.
So, if we put him up against the leg of this guy right here, that looks pretty well in scale. And if we take him and put him right here with, whoops, he done fell again, G2 Bruticus, it's almost the same. So, wanted to give that little comparison right there of the power core combiner. And like I said, he does have some articulation. You just have to, in order to get him in poses, you have to balance his feet.
Right.
He does have knee articulation and leg movement.
Yes. He does.
And then that also happens too.
He does have knee articulation, which is right there.
And now you have to literally stick him back in. And some of it.
Because some of the connections on these power core combiner figures are not strong enough.
Right. Stay. And he stayed. Hey. Now, the guns and stuff like that can come down. They can come down, which is awesome. To give it that effect of having guns on his back that he can fire at will. So, like I said, it's a mixed bag. Either you like them or you hate them. To me, it was something that, you know, it doesn't impress me, but it's part of it, so we have to cover it. So, we are going to have part 3 coming out in the next couple of days, and we'll be taking a look at some Autobots and doing a size comparison there. And nope, wait, let me backtrack. I actually have another Decepticon Power Core Combiner to do that we need to take a look at before we get to the Autobots, because when they released these, there was different units that was released in these. Race cars, protective vehicles, combat vehicles, and other things.
Right.
So, Colton, what else do you want to add to it, bud?
About my thoughts on this?
Mm-hmm.
My thoughts with this, and also the repaint of it, which, oh, and there he is with the little mini con. But my thoughts with this,
Mm-hmm.
and the repaint, the little figure, which is the torso, looks really cool in both vehicle mode and in robot mode.
Mm-hmm.
But the torso mode here, now, out of all of the other power core combiners that I've seen, I actually think this one has a much better torso mode, because it's trying to make it look like it's Bruticus. But I just don't like the limbs still. I don't like his arms, and I don't like his legs. The torso mode looks really cool to me. And that's about all I could say about this figure.
So, like I said, it's a mixed bag, and I've known people who loved it, and I've known people who hate it, said that it was a waste of time. It's your personal preference of what you think about it. So anyway, hey y'all, our supper's ready, so we're going to go eat, and we'll talk to you all later. So anyway, we're going to go eat. Hey, y'all have a good one. We appreciate y'all. You know, like I said, this is way different than anybody else's stuff. So this is just real stuff. This isn't... But hey, you know, like I said, there's plenty of stuff to take serious out there. You just need to have fun with this. That's what it's about. Y'all, that's our thoughts and view and opinions on this combiner. We will continue with the next part. But until then, y'all take care.
And if you like this video, give us a like, comment, and subscribe for more. And if you want to check out some other videos you may have missed, there's a playlist set up on my YouTube channel. And if you want to, y'all could also follow me or support me on Patreon, and I will leave a link in the description down below for my Patreon account if y'all want to click on it. Or you could also click on the little Patreon box right here in this corner here with the letter P. So I think that's about it. So thanks for watching.